Alright, looks like we are a begin. Get that going. It's going, right? Yeah, it's going. Get all of these going as well. Oh. Apologies for bonking the mic. It did not deserve such a cruel fate. Alright. Also, I'm doing a kind of smart thing for a change. Since this game goes back and forth between two different games, it doesn't usually make sense to keep like the game category as one particular game, either like Link to the Past or Super Metroid. But then I realized there's just a basic category called Retro, which completely applies to both games. So I got that set up now. That way, approximately 1/3 of the time I'm spending is not technically a lie. It's kind of a minor thing to worry about, but I'm a little OCD that way. So I get the tracker back up, so I can modify that as needed. So we got 7 Ganon, 7 GT. Actually, yeah, does the site allow random GT? I only just now started thinking about this. If it does, I haven't been paying attention. I've apparently not been paying attention, so you can randomize both of those as well. I don't know why I didn't realize that. Anyway. Yeah, we should just be good to go. And now. Oh, that is a very dark ship. Holy crap. Nope. Ow. Alright, can we get to the island without getting hit? That is question number 1. Barely. Oh, too early. Okay, just a heart. We're fine with ignoring that. Go up here. Early soups. Yep, leaves are starting to fall. It is about to become autumn. Which you couldn't really tell based on the temperature outside, because it is literally like 92 degrees outside right now. In late September. Now granted, tomorrow's gonna be like 70, but still. It is way too damn hot for this time of year. Oh, come on. Oh, hell yeah. Give me all them bombs. Heck yeah. We got a tier 3, which is... Why? Let's go ahead and max out our bomb stock. Because why not? Yeah. Make sure the death's registered so we get to tier 1. So at this point I'm kind of hoping to at least get some more money. Just missiles. That's kind of one of the nice things about the SNZ3 randomizers, that since there's so many more, basically, junk items they added to the mix overall, it's a lot less likely to need Aghanim for the item there. At least that's how I look at it. Ow. I did not time that correctly. He almost double bopped me. I am not picking up the sad. I'm not gonna do what you tell me, game. Okay. Early glove. I don't yet know how I feel about this. I guess that's okay. I mean, it's better than green rupees. Bloop. Oh, too early. Okay. Bottle's decent. You get the sick kid right away. That's always a plus. kind of short on money right now, though. Unless we actually find more money inside the well, we actually might not have enough to do the merchant. I think we can only get like another 20 rupees at most from the well, or at minimum. There we go. We got our money. Okay, so I guess you get 25 rupees because there's 2 blue pots or blue ruby. Oh no, it is 20. Okay. Early moon pearl. Again, I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah, I think both of those are just hearts. All right, so we can get everything in Kakariko first go, which is nice. Well, the contents of that weren't nice because we literally got nothing. Because we were already at max. Into the void you go. Yeah, it's too bad. Oh no, they do have a heart piece tracker. Why isn't it tracking the heart pieces? Huh. I mean, the tracker has a slot for heart pieces, but it hasn't tracked any of those yet. Then again, it hasn't tracked the E-tanks either. I don't know why it's extra laggy right now. Okay. Not very often you get Varia first. We still can't really do too much in Zelda right now, but... Yeah, at least we don't have to worry about the heated rooms when we first enter Metroid. Get like Bubble Mountain and all that stuff early on. Oh, we want that. We absolutely want that. How was that 9 seconds? Actually, it felt relatively speedy. You know what, let's do the back of escape first. It'll be 3 very quick and easy checks. I probably should say this for later, but eh. Oh, that's a lot of the leaves falling now. Basically like it's raining leaves. It's actually kind of making me want to see it snow now. So I'm kind of one of those weird people. I like snow. For the most part. Once it starts blocking the roads, I start hating it, but... Otherwise, it's... Well, I guess for me, it's kind of the symbol that I'm back home where I belong in Minnesota. I spent a couple years down in Texas, and while I definitely prefer the summers down in Texas, at least in Austin, where I lived, I prefer literally everything else about Minnesota. Summer up here can suck it, but everything else is good. Okay, the tracker's not really tracking. Let's reset. Hopefully that fixes it. There we go. At least that's a temporary fix. I wonder what causes that. Well, that is a lot of leaves now. Good lord. Yeah, we're not going to worry about any E-tanks, because in the SMZ3 randomizer, there are literally no possible required hell runs. So all E-tanks are basically just bonuses. Ow. Actually, that does kind of suck. I have very... God. Why? Alright, let's try that again. We still got plenty of bombs. Yeah, that's why the bomb strat can kind of suck for the mini Moldorm Cave, because with just bad enough RNG, you just have no way of actually, like, doing anything. Alright, try that again. There we go. Now we're good. Hell yeah, we got the double. Yeah. Well, the power bomb is good because when we get to when we get Morphle, we can actually do the gauntlet. That's literally about it from that cave. Ow. There we go. You stay away from me. I've had off and on hiccups all day, and it's not the annoying kind of hiccups, but still kind of annoying to get them like as often as I've had them today. Oh. Oh god. Okay. As long as I can at least get to this, I'll be happy. Okay. I think at this point we're actually just gonna do a save and quit. We're actually gonna hold off on Hobo for now. Time will tell if we actually make a bad decision because of that, but I'm actually gonna kinda, sorta acknowledge that the logic exists for Hobo. So we get 3 chests at Sarasala's hut. We can get 2 or 3 items from Eastern. But going there with vanilla health does kind of suck, because we only get like 1 real chance of the damage boost. It's still pretty early on, but not too bad yet. We had like super early Vario, which is kind of nice. Oh, we need his Morph Ball. Okay, Titan's Mitts and Moon Pearl this early means we have Dark World access. I don't know how I feel about that. Because we have, like, literally nothing good for, or nothing, period, for Dark World. Our only weapon is bombs. Which, in this case, is not a weapon. Yeah, this is a weird start for a seed. Oh yeah, I got boots. I should be using boots. No sword yet, but like I said, it's still early on. We just started a little bit ago. We're still taking care of all the what is referred to as the Sphere Zero checks, which is basically all the checks you can get to without needing any other kind of item whatsoever. Just the ones that you can get as soon as you boot the game up. There's our first item. Yeah, no sword yet, and no Morph Ball yet. So we're still kind of limited in what we can do for both games. Well, I suppose technically for Zelda, it's more lack of a proper weapon, not even just sword. Because even a bow would be like a much better thing to have than what we have now. Although we actually don't have any arrows yet. Which in this dungeon we can easily rectify. Okay, 2 items. So 1 more item and a big key. Hopefully we find the big key and then the... Oh god. Hopefully find the big key and then get an item from the big chest. So we know we can just like ditch this dungeon for later. So unfortunately we don't really have too much else otherwise we can go right now. We don't have logical access to Death Mountain. Like I said, we do have access to Dark World, which is really unfortunate. Okay, at least this dungeon seems to be working out well. Yeah, I guess we could start doing stuff around Thieves Town and Skull Woods, because we don't really need sword for those necessarily. They just kind of make things, you know, better. Okay, so we do have to do the Dark Room. Okay, that was gonna get double hit there. Yay, no enemy hits. There's one. Oh god. Okay, there is no way in hell we're doing the damage boost right now. We gotta do this in kind of the slow way, because the only thing we can use is pots. You know what? Let's spend the bomb. Yeah, 2 for 1. Then we use a pot on the other one just to save what remains of our bombs. I don't know how I dodged that, but cool. Okay, so the boss has the item, so we can't do anything else there. We can get Bonk Rocks, I guess. I've had worse ideas. Actually, we could also get the King's Tomb. It feels weird to be able to say I can do King's Tomb with like 15 minutes only in the seed. But we can do it. I feel like this is like a world record in being able to access this check. Okay, blue mail. I will definitely take that with only 3 hearts. And about to go into Dark World. Because, oh boy. There's only going to be pain. Okay, I like how we technically have Varia in both games at this point. We have Varia in Zelda, and we have blue mail in Zelda, or in Metroid. They are coexisting halves of the same coin. Hey, 4 hearts. Our survivability has increased by literally 33%. And with blue mail, that's basically an additive 33% instead of a multiplicative. It's actually better. Warning, math may not actually add up. Actually, I suppose I should be checking what dungeon is what, since this isn't a map shuffle or anything. Skullwoods is red. Thieves Town is boss token. Ice is boss token. Turtle Rock is boss token. And Mire is a pendant. Oh, too far. Try to bait you. There we go. Hey, bomb. And then S1Z3 does have the safety key, so we'll go ahead and do this straight away. I think I can do the dash here and be fine. Nope, I cannot. I literally run right into the guy. Which I'm told in some cultures is rude. Oh, who needs a safety key when you get a regular key? There's the big key, so we get the big chest. Okay, let's... So the problem is we can't actually... Okay, actually, no. Better yet. Let's go see what the item over here is first. Just in the off chance it's a sword. At which point we can actually do the sword setup to do the bomb jump. Although, unfortunately, we do have to deal with, like, all of these guys. Nope. Well, I can still try to take out... Well, not with you in the way. Oh, why? Okay. I guess try to focus on you. Okay, got those 2 out. Come on. Good thing I have blue mail. Ooh, barely nudged him out. Alright, since we do have a small key already, I'm just gonna go ahead and start, like, damage boosting. Damn it. Not helpful. So Death Warp out here to make things simple. It's probably not faster, but it's at least simpler. And I do pride myself on being a simple person. We'll do like one or two tries for the bomb jump. Nope. Although I have literally no visual setup for it. Nope. Okay. Well, and we die regardless, so. Okay, so if I die before getting the bomb jump, we'll just head back out. Because part of the thing is that this is actually in logic. Because we could just use the vanilla route through the little thing up on top. I don't remember. Okay, so I think I know. I think that's about it. Yep, there we go. Okay. Doesn't help. Alright. So, take the death. Get our health back, and then head over to Thieves Town. Got him, alright. Zoomies. Oh. Yeah, that was too early. Hey, we got a bomb. I got a partial stupidity refund. Hopefully we get something else good soon. That would actually be, you know, nice. Ow. Oh god, they still do 2 hearts. Or was I at only 3? I wasn't paying attention. Okay, at this point, I'm almost willing to take bets on whether or not the Morphball is actually in its vanilla location. Wait, we do go this way first. Okay, that's not helpful. Yeah, imagine getting nothing but dungeon items in the first 4 chests. So I can actually see that happening right now. Okay. Not quite, but it still sucks. Ooh, I don't know how I avoided the damages there. But I'll take them. Okay, so 2 items in the front, 2 in the back. Hopefully neither of which is in the big chest. Because we have literally no access to that. Actually, we can't even beat the boss right now. So we're here literally just for item hunting. Since we're not going to fight the boss anyway. May as well get the health now. And then lose it immediately. Ow. Now, the more I think about it, the more I realize this is the worst decision I could have possibly made with the way the seed has started out. Because I have no way to take out any of the crickets on the top floor that could very easily just, like, wreck me. Even with a blue mail. And then crickets like him, which make everything worse. Okay. Let's see if we can get some... I mean, a bomb is okay. It's far from ideal, but... Okay, so we can kind of hang in the doorway for a bit and find out which way they go first. Then we can position ourselves this way. And then they always turn right when they hit a barrier. We know, yeah, basically know what route they go once they start moving. Yeah, once they start moving from a stop position, that initial movement is random, but anything after that, until they stop moving again, is predetermined. So that actually worked out well. Let's see if we bring this all the way down to the basement. Oh god, okay. Only half a heart. Get you out of the way. So I want to be sure not to run into any enemies, but also not to pick up health so to make the death warp take longer. Oh god. Okay, you know what? Oh, why? Okay. I guess we're holding off on that for later. I thought I could beat out that fireball, but I was wrong. This seed sucks. And I can't do the smith chain proper because I don't have mirror or hammer. I could theoretically get some money from there, but I don't think that's really going to give us much use. Because money is not our concern at the moment. Come on. If we can get a free refill on that with a good potion, that'll be useful. But on its own, pretty meh. So no mirrors, so we can't check K45. We get the forest gear, but that's basically about it right now. Ow. Okay. All the defense. Kinda wish I had that before going into Thieves Town, but unfortunately there's no way to route that would have made sense. Leave me alone. That's what you get for not leaving me alone. I also have exactly enough bombs for this segment. One to open that up, another one to get behind the guy. Hopefully I don't screw up this bomb throw. Yay, we did it. Okay, screw attack is nice. Sword is even better. Because now we can reasonably go through Hyrule Castle, which has like a bunch of items there. Let's go ahead and pick up free heart. Free bomb? Free bomb. Alright, see if we can find anything useful here. Ah, I thought I could dash in time. Yeah, tier 2 is okay. I think tier 2 is probably the best of the tree pull tiers at this point. Alright, you got anything good for us, Uncle? It's not another sword. Well, Turok is required, so that's definitely good to find early on. Meh. Get the free magic. We'll take that. Zoomies. So one thing that does suck about having red mail at this point is that death warping back out from the basement is going to be kind of a pain in the ass. And actually, part of me wants to just skip Darkross entirely. Because it's going to be out of logic at this point anyway. Now, if we actually find Lantern in here, that might change things. But otherwise, I'm probably going to skip Darkross. I just hope that we don't need it for anything. Ah, damn. Yeah, not looking so good right now. And unfortunately, with getting Screw Attack, that is actually a logical access to some more of Metroid, so I'm thinking that might be the route we have to go. Because there's not really too much else we can get in Logic and Zelda right now. Or at least nothing that'd be quick. These are a little bit stronger than my sword right now. Oh, they're a lot stronger. Okay. Get this. Okay, that's not anything. Let's finish up the Sphere Zero checks with Ice Rod Cave. Now that we actually have plenty of stuff to be able to get through that area incredibly safely. You know, 2 levels of armor, an actual sword. You could make the argument that if I'm going to be doing this first, I may as well also do a Gina first. But at least a Gina I can route in with other checks if fortune turns out in my favor. Can't quite say the same for Ice Rod Cave. Although, actually, this would also give us a better means of being able to do the Hobo and, well, not so much a Hobo check, but all this stuff in Zora. Wait, I already got this. Okay. But, you know what, like I said, we can do the Zora stuff. Make everything go a little faster in that regard. Yeah, first try. So we know we don't need anything from Lake Hylia Island. We can go straight to Hobo. Get a move on. Meh. Just make sure I don't accidentally bonk on something. I'm just gonna regular walk right in here. Okay, out of Logic hookshot. So we need flippers to get hookshot in Logic. So okay. And yeah, since Swamp Palace. Well then, we need flippers for Metroid access. And I don't know what you have because I don't have the money. Balls. Okay, so I guess we'll do a Gina. Because the second we find flippers, that opens up a whole bunch of stuff. And unfortunately, there's no way with the items that we had that we can just cheese our way into that Morphball either. We have to get it legitimately at the moment. What, pray tell, is on Desert Ledge? Okay, just bombs. Yeah, I think we'll finish up this check. And then we'll just head right to Metroid. I don't think there's anything else really super useful we can get right now. That's from Logic. Alright, so... yeah, we'll just go here. I kind of want to check to see what's in the front of Gauntlet. So I think with Screw Attack, we do have the full logical access to get... Oh, we don't have High Jump, so it's technically not in logic. Screw it, we're getting anyway. We can easily come back out of it. Hey, first try. Nice. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do, but okay. Although, to be fair, Varia does reduce the damage from the lava/acid here, so... Okay, just $50. Not worth it. I always forget just how slow the actual door transitions are when I do SMZ3. They're just so much faster and better than regular SM Rando. Damn. There's bombs, and we don't have Morph Ball. Really, game? Is how you're gonna play me? I thought we had something. I thought you loved me. I'm not going to check on the early supers because there's no way we can get the one we can actually access there. We'll just go straight over this way. So kind of a risk by just doing the one big ass jump that way, but it worked out. Okay, so we need flippers to be in basically this check or the next one. Oh, we'll take mass. Oh my god, that actually might be progression. Because with that, actually no, we still need Lantern for Aghanom's Tower. Okay, so our progression is not in Zelda, but we did find a cool ass sword, so we're keeping that. So what else could be the answer then? So the answer is not going to be a Metroid. I mean, I guess we could check Morph Ball while we're down here. I wouldn't be too surprised if that wound up being flippers, actually. Excellent. Once we find flippers, both the games are pretty much busted wide open. Then we can also logically use our hookshot for things. Honestly, I should just be missing these guys and leave me a little bit faster, but Screw Attack is just so much more fun. Yeah. Actually, we can also get the Retro Mother Brain check, too. That's another thing that Screw Attack gives us. Just power bombs. Oh, almost. Yeah. we can get one logic or one out of logic check here as well on top of the morph ball. Just me. You know what? We might need what Zora. Zora might have vanilla flippers. That is not out of the realm of possibility. We will in fact take the money and run. Now, if this winds up being flippers, then I'm gonna be annoyed. Okay. Yeah, we're not even gonna take that. Okay, so at least we do have some information, which is better than nothing. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna... Well, no, because again, we can't get to Magnum's Tower because we don't have Lantern. We can't get to the Death Mountain in logic because we don't have Lantern. We already did all the checks in Eastern that we could do. What else could we do? Because it's got to be somewhere in Zelda for our progression. Map. Come on. We don't have any other dungeon access. We can't do anything toward Rex ship. Where? Where? Darkross. No, because, again, no Lantern. You know what? I'm thinking it's going to be Zora. So let's sneak in some quick money, which I think will give us just what we need to get Zora's item. I'm pretty sure I'm not missing any checks. Wait, that's not... There we go. Should be good. Thank you very much. I kind of need it because I'm already in a weird position with the logic. Because so far my morph ball is locked by flippers. And I have no idea where flippers are right now. I'm kind of grasping at straws to try to get access to it. It's kind of unfortunate. Like, we found Hookshot out of Logic 2, which is also locked behind flippers, but we can't actually do anything with it right now, which is kind of annoying. Go away. I said go away. Oh, that's not the right setup. There we go. You know, while we're here, let's see what the free potion is we can get from the fairies. It's not going to really do anything, but it'll be good to know. Kind of standard. I think S1Z3 actually defaults to green potion, if I remember right. Oh yeah, it's good to confirm. Oh yeah, is this going to be vanilla flippers? Is this going to be one of the trolliest seeds of trolls? No, it's silvers. They don't give us any progression, but they're nice to have. So, what else can I do? Or what else can I do logically? Is the question I need to ask. I mean, honestly, at this point, I'm just gonna do stuff out of logic. 'Cause I don't know what else in logic I'm missing. Because we already did all of Hyrule Castle. We already did Hobo out of logic. We've done Eastern Palace. We can't get to Desert. What am I missing? Yeah, I'm trying to think as I just move around in the world. Yeah, there isn't anything in the normal opening that I've missed out on. I mean, I guess we could do some of the Smith chain. That's entirely within logic. Oh, I do not want to go that way yet. I want to see what's over here first. Like I said, I know there are some like basic logic differences between Epson Z3 and the regular Link's Path randomizer that has kind of screwed me over a couple times, but I don't see how any of those would fit in with this current setup. We can't do Spike Caves because we don't have Hammer, nor do we have enough health even for that. Well, I suppose technically we could fill all three of the bottles we have with red potions and be able to make it, I think. But that'd still be less than ideal. No mirrors, so we have to go through the vanilla route. Oh, get back here. Like, I'm still not thinking of anything I would have missed in the regular logic that I'm aware of. Well, we got a lot of health now, which is, I guess, a good thing. Wait, I didn't want to do that. Damn it. Alright. We'll take the slow route since I already technically committed to it. Even if it wasn't intelligent or intended in the slightest. Ow. Okay, just money up there. Yeah, we don't have access to Hera yet, because we don't have Mirror or Hammer. So this is all we can do here. We'll do a quick check of the basic logic settings on the website. Because maybe they did have like a beatable only setup or something like that. That I'm just not aware of that I set. Super Metroid logic. Goal, open against tower. Okay, so there's no special setting for logic for Zelda. So it can't be any like fancy routing or fancy logic setup. What am I missing that's basic outside of just like start of Smith chain? That's literally the only other thing I can think of in logic. But I don't want to do that because it's a pain in the ass. I mean, it could also technically just be purple chest outright. Like the worst case scenario. I think I can make this work. Okay. So nothing important there. We don't have any special movement, so we actually can't check the cathedral. We don't have speed boosters, so we can't check Bubble Mountain. We don't have more falls, so we can't check Ice Beam. We go up, we can't check Spazer because we don't have more fall. You know what? I'm just gonna give in to the presumed logic. So I think at this point we're probably gonna have flippers at either the first part of Smith Chain or at Purple Chest. That is what it's looking like so far. So I'm pretty sure I've gotten every other check I can get right now. Which isn't actually a lot. Oh, that was... I thought I'd be able to, like, slide underneath it. Oh, wait, no. No, we did get through the, yeah, we did do the big chest. In Skullwoods, it wasn't actually anything. I guess there's also... Actually, yeah. There's also a chest in Thief's Town we didn't get to because we died, like, just before it. Maybe that's it. And actually, we can beat the boss now. We still can't get the big chest, but we can get the boss. What am I doing? Ow. Good thing I have red mail. Yeah, this is some very screwy routing that I'm working with right now. I should probably grab that. Alright, can we get the God Pixel? We got the God Pixel. Damn it. How did we both miss each other? How did my sword miss and how did it miss? Okay, so now that I'm actually kind of remembering the way at least the key logic works, is that I know that this game can lock small keys and big keys in places that you can't get them if they're not needed for completion. So it's possible that the small key for this dungeon is actually left in the big chest. But I'm hoping is the case, that means we don't never need to return. Phase 1. Phase 2. Ah, like a couple frames off of being perfect. Okay, I'll take that. Tempered is always nice. In fact, now we're actually marginally OP in this one. So, just make sure, yeah, we don't have mirror, we don't have anything else, so all we can do is save the frog. And we got to do this the long way. Now, is there any logical way to get to East Dark World with what we currently have? That's the other question I'm trying to think of an answer to right now. If so, there's a bunch of stuff over there we could also check. That could also be very helpful. But I don't think there is currently. I mean, we could do a Kern jump, but that'd be out of logic, and we'd still need to find flippers for Morphball. Okay. No, I do not want to save and quit. I want to go back to Dark World. Pick up the purple chest. Bring it over to the thief guy. What else? I mean, Yeah, we can't finish up Skullwoods because we don't have Fire Rod. Doesn't matter what's up Upper Cave because we can't get it anyway. No hammer, so we can't get any of this. Oh, right. I cannot dash with the purple chest. Pick that back up. Well, I can dash in certain circumstances. Well, I could have done there, but actually wouldn't have saved any time. Come on. And that didn't save much time. Do I want that? That is not making this any better. I mean, movement throughout Light World Zelda is nice, but it doesn't really do anything else that we want it to do. I mean, it does... Actually, that's our logical access to Death Mountain. So if we had found anything there, that would actually be in logic. Although I don't think we actually found anything useful. This does let us get to Misery Mire, which also gets us access to Mire's Shed, possibly Mire itself, if that's unlocked by Ether. And it also gives us access to Lower Norfair, which parts of that we can't even do. Actually, no, we can only get like one check in Lower Norfair, so that shouldn't be it. Which then means it's going to be it. We're gonna find Mirror and like Screw Attack or something like that. Okay, so first off, head toward Mire's Shed. Oh god, we do have access to Mire. Okay. This is one hell of a jacked up seed. Spazer's nice for damage. Although whether or not it's worth the menu is up for debate. So at least one benefit with this dungeon is that we can get everything up to the boss. So I keep forgetting if there's 2 or 3 items in here. I really do need to get the dungeon item guide thing back that I used to have. So we do not have a full health, so we don't have the sword beams. This is the best we can get. I don't really need those at this point. Oh, wait, we can't even get the, Yeah, we can't get the chest up above yet because we have no fire source. Ow. Actually, we can't get the chest above either for that same reason. What is the seed right now? Ow. Could this logic get any more convoluted? I mean, that does give us access to pod now, along with the hammer pegs. We don't have the big key yet, I don't think. Right? Yeah, no big key yet. We can't get the big chest, but we can get the last small chest in here. Oh, okay. Let's get the big chest. And then from there, we'll try to just death warp out. Oh wait, no. Crap. I'm done. I wonder if I could have just bonked to get across the gap there. If I didn't put myself down to one health already, I would actually try that for science. I don't think I could. There's actually too much of a gap now that I'm looking at it. Okay, didn't help. So, we'll go and get the one-eyed we can get in Lower Norfair. Because we don't have enough super missiles to be able to take out Gold Terizo. And regular missiles do absolutely nothing. Actually, we do have charge and space. You know what? Let's do it. We have charge. We have the full capacity. It'll be slow, but we have the capacity. Although we won't be able to find out what's on the other side of that room, which would be one issue, but... Okay, there's a heart container. I'm gonna take starting damage. Yep. Okay, I got my position. Part of things, I don't know if I can even see what the item up here is, actually, the more I'm thinking about it. So I don't actually know if I can do wall jumps to get up there without high jump or anything like that. So many questions about how the seat is laid out. Please die. Yeah, I don't think I can actually get access to that. Oh no, I can. I just need to do my screw attack jumps correctly. Which is gonna be really awkward. Can I even do this? I know it takes a few frames for the screw attack part to actually kick in. To be able to actually break through these blocks. I don't know if I can actually do this. I don't... Wow, this sucks. Yeah, 'cause I can't get enough of a gap in time. This could not suck anymore, my god. Did all that for nothing. Oh lord, alright. So... why was that audio weird? So we have hammer, which means we do have logical access to pod and pyramid. So I guess we just go that. Actually, we can spawn right over here. Get some hammer. Well, actually, we don't have the money to get to pyramid or the pod yet, which is the annoying bit. Ow. What was that? I don't know if that was just the game or like my computer that kind of started like that. I'm still under the impression that my hard drive might just be dying again because it's like just a bad vendor at this point. Yeah, 'cause not much else I can really get. Well, like that, again, we would need money to be able to get into pod at this point, and I don't have a quick way of getting that right now. Unless Catfish has money. That'd be by far the best case scenario. Hey, game. That changes things. I don't know if it changes much, but it does change things. Because now I can actually go and get the check in, or check above Gold Chorizo. In fact, I can actually go through possibly more of Lower Norfair? Question mark? This is actually not the fastest way, I'm sure, but just for some reason I wanted to go this way. Oh, right, because also there's water there, which we can't really traverse without taking the long way around, damn it. I'll take that. So first we can go down here. Okay, so we E-Tank over there, so not worried about that. Power bomb's there. How far can we actually go in this direction? We should be fine to go through this, because this is just a green gate missile. Green missile gate. And we get plenty of green or super missiles here. Okay, so let's think this through before we go forward. If I try to go to the right, I could go up, but I would not be able to get the Mickey Mouse room. Go up, right. I could not go to Lower North, or I cannot go to Ridley because I would need Morph Ball. I could go to a couple items past that, but most of those would require, actually all but one would require Morph Ball, so actually there's no point in going to the right. We could theoretically try to get to Upper Norfair using this route. No, oh no, I can't, because we need... Well, hopefully I can get the thing here. Nice, second try. I think I'm kind of getting a rhythm for that now, which is nice. Okay, so we actually cannot do anything else. Yeah, there is one thing we could get without Morph Ball. And we wouldn't really have a way back because we don't have Gravity Suit. Unfortunately, that entire thing was just a red herring. Yeah, at this point, we just need to find a way to get money. So we could get into Pod. The only way to do that I can think of would be to go to Dark World and do the Arrow game. Oh, we could do Hera. And Hera is full clearable. Except for the Fire Rod related check, but we're not going to worry about that. Actually, what are the Light World dungeons? Pendant, Green, and Crystal. Okay. Okay, so apparently one of the Metroid bosses has the last red crystal then. Actually, all of the Metroid dungeons are going to be crystals. Metroid dungeons? Metroid bosses are going to be crystals. We only have 3 crystals showing it in total in Zelda. Wait, we have a Metroid boss token missing then. Okay, so we don't need those missiles. That's one of 2 items in this dungeon. First try. Nice. It's almost as if I know what I'm doing with this game. Let's take the standard way to get through here, for the sake of simplicity. Oh, right. Actually, we do have boots, so we could also easily... Oh, boy. Yeah, so in that case, the big key is actually going to be in the basement, so we're going to be missing an item from this dungeon, potentially. Unless we find the item on the... no. No, the big key would have to be at the basement for the base logic reasons. So, like, this could be the item, I guess. Please be the item. Item, hell yeah. We can forget this dungeon exists. Alright, unfortunately that doesn't actually do anything for us. But yeah, we got a dungeon clear. And it was a required dungeon, which is the extra nice bit. So, head here. Yeah. We need to go to the Arrow game. Yeah, once I beat the seed, I want to look at the intended logic to get to Morph Ball, because this is just insane. Oh, too early. Oh, come on. I think I lost money on that one. Okay, we're good. There's still nothing else we can get here as of now. We can't do Swamp Palace. We already got Hype Cave. Okay, so 5 items in here. We can technically get them all, but we're gonna have to go through some dark rooms. Which does at least tell me where flippers are not going to be, based on my current understanding of logic. Is there anywhere else I could be going other than this? I'm still getting the feeling that even with all the bullcrap this has put us through, that it's still not done yet. Probably gonna get like a fire rod, and then lantern, and then like powder before we ever get our flippers, I think. Oh wait, we need to choose a way through this section. So these will be out of logic. All the small keys, like usual. Are we gonna get every single small key in the front? Okay, we got almost every single small key in the front. That is just insane. Because there are 6 small keys in this dungeon. We found 5 in the first 6 chests. Which, there are no words for that. You freaking bastard. And we have to do this kind of the long way, I think. I shouldn't do this way, but I'm going to. Up too far. That should be fine. Alright, that's why I shouldn't be doing this. Oh well. Too late, we already started. We're committed. Okay. I'll take plasma. Wait, no. I need to go this way. on. There we go. Okay, we got all the swords now. There we go. Supers. Small key. Okay, so this chest for the next one has to be the big key then. Let's try to get some health back. Or not. Boomerang is nice. Although not actually helpful. Okay, so, yeah, both the boss and the remaining chests are just gonna be dungeon items, so we can skip the big chest. Let's, get some health out of the way. Actually, no, we can't even beat this boss, we don't have bow. Or we can't even get to the boss, rather. So much for that. Yeah, we haven't gotten anything in progression from this dungeon, either. Game, what do you want from us? I mean, there's nothing else we can get from... Okay, so flippers cannot be anywhere that is morph ball locked. Flippers obviously cannot lock itself out, so it wouldn't be behind any, like, swimming checks. We already checked Pyramid, wasn't there. We already checked Catfish, he didn't have it. We have no mirrors, so we can't check Graveyard Ledge, nor can we check Checkerboard Cave. We've already cleared... Oh, no. No, we need I forget if Thieves Town still had an item in it. Or that was just like a map or something. Okay, for reference, what's on Bumper Cave? Am I gonna be extra angry? I am not gonna be extra angry. At least something makes sense. So we've gotten everything we can in Skull Woods already. Yeah, check to see if there's an actual item left in Thieves Town. Because we can get to it now that we have Hammer. There's nothing else in the Smith Chain that we haven't gotten yet. Okay, so there is actually an item in there. Oh no, never mind. The small key is locked inside of it. So yeah, that dungeon is actually clear. We can't get to Desert. Oh, we do Hammer Pegs. Come on, flippers. God damn it. What else? What else can we do? We've already done most of the Smith Chain. All we have left is K45, and we can't do that without Mirror. I mean, maybe there is something in Metroid I'm just not thinking about. Well, I can't think for the life of me what it would be. But I think at this point I'm pretty confident it's not Dark World. And yeah, it wouldn't be... Flippers are not going to be in Ice Palace because we do require hard or flippers to get there in Logic. We've done everything we can in... We have not done everything we can in Dark World. Or Death Mountain. Because we haven't gotten to Dark World yet. Which we can now do. Yeah, right now there's a good 6 items we can get in Dark World. Actually, no. I was about to say, theoretically, we could also enter Turtle Rock, but we don't have Canis of Mario, so that's actually not possible at all. Which I will take as a small comfort right now. Well, actually, yeah, routing that dungeon in, given that it's not a Zelda-related reward, is going to be kind of interesting. So, 4 more checks. Theoretically, we could also do Spike Cave, but we don't have any health potions right now, which is going to make that kind of hard. I hope this ends up being useful. Missiles. Arrows. Our piece. Nope. I mean, I guess we could... Well, okay, so what do we need for Turtle Rock entrance? Are we fine with just Ether? We are fine with just Ether, okay. So we don't have Canis Mario, so we can't actually do anything inside there right now, but it is good to know that we already have what we need. So yeah, let's do it. Let's save and quit. Go buy a couple health potions. Yeah, because we don't have any invisibility items, so magic would actually do us no good. Maybe it's in Spike Cave. No, we can only get 1 health potion. We're gonna have to make this count. Okay, so one thing I do need to consider is whether or not having Space Jump would actually do anything in Metrix. I don't think it does currently. I also just realized I completely forgot where I was trying to go in Dark World. Oh, I was going to do Death Mountain. Damn. Okay. I forgot I was going to do Dark World Death Mountain. Actually, I suppose while we're... No, I need to save my magic. No, I don't need to save my magic, because we're not using magic. Yeah, let's go open up Turtle Rock, just because we're on the way, basically. It's not what I want to do, damn it. Okay. This is being one hell of a messed up seed. I just cannot put that into enough words. Every time I think I have a handle on what's going on, I realize I know absolutely nothing. Next, we don't have wave. Yeah, right now there's like literally 1 check in Metroid I can think of that we can do right now. Literally just 1. Nope. Alright, let's... Let's do the meme check of seeing what we can get at Metroid without Morph Ball. There is one check that I think we can do, or that I'm aware of we can do without Morph Ball. And I would not be surprised at this point if that was actually Flippers. Although, actually... Oh, this is actually what Space Jump does for us. We can actually go through the cathedral and oh, actually, yeah, this is actually big. I did not give this proper thought earlier. But yeah, Space Jump actually gives us the ability to go through Cathedral and to get to Bubble Mountain. The odds are we're going to find Flippers in Upper North Fair somewhere. Also, I can turn on Plasma. No, just a heart piece. We do have access to most of the items in this area. Just not necessarily all of them. I do want to get at least 1 or 2 more Super Missile packs so we can more easily be ready for Ridley when we get down there. But otherwise, we don't really need any more. We're probably going to accidentally find more as it is anyway. Let's go do the quick and easy checks if we can only get one thing in here right now anyway. Just missiles. I'll pick that up because why not? So 2 more items over by Screw Attack. And then 2 more for Wave Beam, but I gotta be kind of careful about how I do my movement through there so I don't get soft locked. I'll probably do a save before that actually, just to make absolutely sure. That's big. That actually gives us a Swamp Palace access. Plus K45. Plus Desert Palace. Oh my god, that actually gives that... How far in do I have to go to get Flippers? Jeebus. Well, if we weren't saving before, we're definitely saving now. There's money. Nope. Not there. But we do have a mirror now. Come on. There we go. Alright, is there anything else I can do in Metroid while I'm here? That's what I have. There is the one check I was originally planning on doing. I think I'll do that one just to try it. And that should be able to let me get back to the wrecked ship as well. Oh, not wrecked ship, but our ship. And be able to go back to Zelda that way. I think if I had high jump, that would actually be more viable. I'm guessing the window is like super tight without it. Come on. I don't think that hit. Oh, it did hit. Okay, cool. Well, it's an invincibility item, but it's no longer needed. Alright, so I should still be able to get back up from here. Unless that's possibly one of the soft lock prevention things that the Varia Rando does. About to find out. So if this is locked by power bombs, then we're screwed. At the same time, we haven't really lost too much anyway, so... Okay, we're good. We can still get out of here. Because that's only locked in a one-way direction. And this door is also locked in a one-way direction. Oh, I need to be careful there, because I could actually soft lock there as well if I get in a crouch position. Let's refill our supers. I could also do a... Actually, no, I couldn't. I wouldn't be able to get the X-ray that far up. So I can't check the items behind escape. Or not escape. Gauntlet. Nothing else I can do. Alright, so I guess we'll start with Swamp Palace, since it's going to be right from where we're spawning out here. And it is full clearable too, which is kind of nice. Oh wait, no, we can't do that because we need flippers. Never mind. Let's do K45 then. Yeah, what else can we do with Mirror while we have it? Oh, we could do Graveyard Ledge. That's another possibility. I don't need it, but I'll take it. Actually, I'm running out of things to check again, which is getting particularly annoying. We still have no light sources of any kind, which is also annoying. Ah. Flippers? Nope. What am I missing? Oh yeah, we can access desert. And checkerboard cave. That's also important. Come on, flippers. Yes! Oh, thank freaking God. Oh, good lord. Now we can get our friggin' damn morph ball. I mean, how many items even was that we needed logically to get to that? So we needed both gloves. Okay, so I don't remember the entire chain, but I know we needed both gloves. I know we needed hookshot. I know we needed flute. We needed Varia. We needed space jump, I think. We needed screw attack. Oh my God. Oh God, okay. Reset to Metroid. That is just insane. I mean, at least at this point we can almost just like full clear Metroid if not for a gravity suit. Oh, and I guess Speed Booster too. Why is Morph Ball not tracking? Stop and start. Is this worth the boss fight? No, it isn't. Actually, I can probably just get on the way up the way I'm gonna route this. Oh my God, I want both of those. In fact, I want and need both of those. I should have just gone for Gauntlet right away. There's a part of me that said just do the quick thing and just do a visual check, and I should have just got him outright. That's on me. Okay, Book of Pandora might be nice. Gives us access to the tablets at least. Although neither one is really going to be in a good routing position for like the rest of the run. Just kind of the sucky bit. And everything here just sucks. Convenience. Oh, almost. Oh, I wonder if I'm actually missing some kind of specific motion to be able to make that Mission Impossible check. Or not the check, but the movement. Because I've gotten it like almost twice, and I've missed it by like the same amount of time. Which kind of makes me wonder if there's something like consistent that I'm missing. We don't need it. Actually, we might need it for Cold Stare. If we don't get Fire Rod like anytime soon. Here. I did not position that right. Nope. Yeah, the only thing we're missing out on right now is the speed booster check for down below. Get everything else otherwise. Oh, Ice Beam, okay. We have full beam combo now. That's always nice. I'll take that. Why not? That didn't work out the way I thought it would. I do not have Spring Ball? I do not have Spring Ball. Okay. For some reason I thought I had Spring Ball, and I don't know why. I forgot to jump. Try that again. There we go. Or not. Okay, we'll just do this. Stop trying to be fancy. Nope. No. Alright, so on direct ship. And also ship PB since it's gonna be on the way. Get up there. Not worth. That loss of health is also not worth. That's not bad. Glad we take that convenience. Oh, just barely saved it. Thought I was further along than I was. Actually, I could do a microwave. That is a perfectly valid strat right now. That's a little bit harder on Fantoon just because he moves kind of quickly and the hitboxes are slightly weird, but it's definitely possible. Okay, that did work. Kind of weirdly timed, but as long as it works, that's the important thing. Ugh. Okay, so that was a regular crystal. No. Alright, go ahead and do the save split here. More for the sake of time rather than like risk of death or anything like that. Honestly, the risk of death is much less more curtailed because we do have Varia, which blocks a lot of the damage from the spikes. Come on. There. Oh. There we go. Damn it. Yeah, it's only doing like 15 instead of 60 like it normally would. Get up there. Game. Game. Come on. Nope. Okay, why isn't it working? Does something to do with the way the camera's positioned? Huh. Yeah, for some reason that trick doesn't always work, and I don't know why it doesn't work. No, just missiles. Come on. I could do this the slow way. No, I'm turning off high jump for this to make it more consistent. Yeah, just harpies. One day back at work and already ready for like 3 naps. All at once. Get down. Useful? Nope. I like how we've got like no actual progression since we finally found Morph Ball. Like none whatsoever. Okay, so we definitely need Canis Samaria for go mode. Once I get in the elevator, I'll be able to have more time to think. Canis Samaria, we definitely need Fire Rod. I think that's it, actually. Yeah, we just need Fire Rod and Canis Samaria. And Gravity. Once you get those, we're golden. Oh, there's one of them. I just need Fire Rod and we win. And then Gravity, but yeah. Nope. I get all the power bombs in the moment. Oh my god. Okay. We are one item from go mode. And for Metroid in particular, we are already in go mode. There's hoping that there's nothing locked behind a speed booster check in Zelda. As long as Fire Rod isn't behind a speed booster related item, then we should be pretty much good to go. So I'm not gonna hold my breath until I actually see the mystical outcome happen. What kind of high shots there, but that worked out. That was a regular crystal. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I forgot we even needed that, too. That was also a required item. Okay, good thing we found that, too. Now we actually just need Fire Rod. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to go down there. Yeah, because what I actually want to do is finish up with Maridia, and then just start doing stuff in Zelda. Well, I want to just... I know the quickest way to get to Lower Norfair is actually just go through Misery Mire. I would also miss out on Crocomire, I guess, but I guess I wouldn't have to do that right away. Actually, I should probably just finish up all of Super Metroid, and then start doing Link to the Past stuff. And then just hope I find Fire Rod on the way. Okay, now watch, with our luck, we're gonna have Fire Rod be locked by the Speed Booster check up here. We're gonna be, again, searching for an item for Go Mode. That's just how the seed operates. That's actually potentially an outcome. Yeah, having Shovel there is actually not what I wanted to see. At all. I wanted that to be a completely benign check, like rupees or something. That's a decent convenience item. nothing of value. Yeah, and about the only real convenience item I would want for either game at this point would basically just be half magic. Yeah, I'm actually at the point now where if I never get Speed Booster, I'm actually mostly fine with that. Because it's kind of hard to use that to really gain, like, much by the means of, like, faster seed running, especially at this point in the run. Where we already have, like, most of the items collected. Alright, we'll sneak in a quick peek on the first item up here. That's not what I want to go to. Okay, just $5. Oh yeah, actually do need to bring this guy with. There we go. That's why you don't need Speed Booster. Actually, you also didn't need Speed Booster because of the other entrance through Dark World. Yeah, that should work. Yeah. Actually, I would kind of laugh if the Speed Booster wound up being at this particular check right here. After you would technically need it. Well, actually, yeah, we do have to go through here because we don't have Speed Booster. Kind of neglected to think about that at first. Damn it. Actually, just to make sure I have enough for stand-up glitch. I mean, odds are we're gonna find it at least one more accidentally anyway, but I'd rather take the guaranteed route. Okay, there's our last red crystal. That was not a lot of pickups there. Yeah, we'll finish up the plasma beam here in Meridia. Then from there, we'll just go right into Lower Norfair from Misery Mire. Then we'll clear out the rest of Metroid from there. Be a decent bit faster than actually going through all of like Lower Norfair or Lower and Upper Norfair normally. In fact, once I do this, I can actually come back, use the Zelda portal to Dark Ice World Cave, or Dark Ice Rod Cave. I'm not sure what the proper name for that is, but I just call it Dark Ice World. Dark Ice Rod, English. Yeah, I can do that, do a mirror, and then flute to Mire that way. That should probably be quicker than going through a regular Metroid to Zelda portal, otherwise. Or not necessarily A, just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Even when I don't know what I'm saying, you guys probably know what I'm saying. Know what I mean, Vern? Ah, come on. Oh, nice. I actually got the wall jump there. No, I wasn't even trying for it. Actually, those are the quicksand pits we should probably do. So actually, we don't want to take this portal, now I'm thinking about it. I wish we could take that portal, but it actually doesn't make sense. We'll do our saving quit here. How did you block my... Oh god. We'll check here first. You know, all we're looking for is Fire Rod. Anything else we're resetting. Unless it's no, I think we saw grapple earlier, but we just never picked it up. Don't need bug net. Okay, yeah. I feel like we saw grapple beam earlier, but I don't remember where it was. I do not know. My uncertainty about the seed is only increasing. Okay, just missiles. But nothing here is useful. Ooh, actually dodged those. Nice. I don't know how, but nice. No, let's all check these while we're here. Just money. Damn. We'll take that, 'cause that's a quick turn we can do. Actually, we never did the rest of the high jump boots check. Take care of that before we head out, too. Nope. Do a quick turn to the mushroom. Oh. Sorry, I didn't mean to explode you. Please forgive. Nope. I know, while we're here... And we got the money. We got one more. Yeah, especially on account of Misery Mire not being required. We'll just forget about that dungeon and we'll go right to Lorna Fair. I think it was like missiles and an E-tank down here, so we don't need to check the Gold Teresa area again. Anyways, we'll max out our super missile supply. Especially considering we're about to just unleash all of it on Ridley. I did not jump. This will be really slow. This will be super slow. Fire Rod, go mode. Ah, damn. Yeah, the thing that sucks about this is that we actually still have a lot of dungeons to complete before we can actually get to, like, end game for Zelda. So we're not quite at, like, the super really good time yet. I'm actually kind of amazed we got this decent a go mode, considering how just everything started with the way Morph Ball was. Actually, good thing is I can just go right in here because I got plenty of super missiles. How did I lose the setup? Damn it. Oh, wow. How'd I get to explode like that quickly? Good lord. I was legit not expecting that. It normally takes like a bunch of extra damage to make that happen. And I know I did not do that much extra damage. Yeah, too early. Too early. How do I want to route the rest of these? Like, basically need all of Darkworld dungeons except for Mire. I've already got Thieves Town done. Wait, no, I can't go that way. Ice Palace. Okay, I think I have a route in mind. It's gonna be basically like a kind of counterclockwise swoop through Darkworld. I suppose I need Skull Woods too. Maybe I'll start with Pod, then do like a clockwise order actually. I think it sucks that there's really no good way to route like Ice Palace into it, the entire thing. It's kind of standalone, you have to mirror back out of it and then flute to get away. Yeah, I think that's how I'll do it. I'll do Pod, then I'll do Ice, and yeah. Freaking hell. Come on. I think actually might be faster just to mirror and then flute to 8 to get Dice Palace. I'm starting to think about it. Maybe not by a lot, but I think it'd be enough. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to do, but for some reason I did that instead. I'm trying to think if I actually even need to really pick up anything on Ice Palace or not. I don't think I do. I think I just literally go through the entire dungeon without opening a single thing. Although I might open some chests since they're like immediately on the way anyway. I hope that's high or low enough. Okay, good. Ah, thought I'd be able to be slow enough. Okay. Vanilla Big Key, which is normally annoying, but in our situation, the fact that we're already in go mode, yeah, not too bad. Okay, so we do actually need a small key. Okay. Just need to pick this up real quick. Yeah, this is kind of a good way to at least train me on what I need to actually go mode this dungeon, because I think this is the first time I've ever been able to like go mode this from the start. Which is kind of a nice change of pace, not gonna lie. No, just because I can. Nope. Next, if I can find half magic, I would love to get it. Make a lot of some of the upcoming dungeons a little simpler. Game. Game. Oh. There. Oh, come on. Game. Leave me alone. I'm trying to do one trick. My god. How do you keep... I hate the skeletons so much. They always freaking cheat when they dodge. Come on. Get in there. Come on. That's not what I game. Game, why do you make me sad? Oh my god, please. Damn it. Stupid game. It's not quite what I wanted to do, but I guess it worked. That was kind of a mess, actually. But thankfully with Quarter Sword, I don't actually need the magic for this boss fight. Effortless. And unfortunately, the last dungeon we have is one that you really can't go mode. Unless you get like super lucky, you can skip all of Laser Bridge, but even then, that's still not the biggest time save. I could see what's on the pedestal, but honestly, I'm getting kind of a really good time right now, and I want to make the best of it. I thought so. I don't think I opened it up yet, because I think when I last tried, I accidentally got to Dark World early. I probably still need to go this way. Oh, yeah, we kidding me. Game. Okay, instant big key. That actually does save us at least one check. But we still need 4 more small, or technically 3 more small keys in chests because we can steal 1 from an enemy. We just need 3 more small keys from chests and we're good to go. Okay, I don't know why it wasn't letting me fire the thing. That was weird. Ah, thought I could make that. Well, I guess 1 small key ain't bad. still need 2 more. Ah, damn it. Okay, 1 more minimum. Oh, I got thinking them all. Actually, didn't we need to hit that the other time? That's actually kind of a good strat now that I'm actually thinking about it. As long as you have Tempered Sword, you can just do that. Oh, I think there's also some RNG to the Poke's movement, so I think we just got lucky with that. I wanted to think that was all skill, though. I mean, that would be kind of a lie. Oh, I missed one. Okay, that works. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get the big chest just to make sure. Yeah, because you can basically only really skip 1 early chest, depending on how you get the small keys. Okay, there's a speed booster. That's kind of stupid. I'll take a hit. I'm gonna take damage down here anyway, so. Oh wait, we have the key that we need. We don't need to go down here. What am I thinking? I'm so used to things not going the way I need them to. Ow. Ow. How did that miss? Well, we're in Gomo with a pretty decent time, so... Yeah, all we gotta do is beat this boss, then we can get to Ganon's Tower, beat Ganon, and then beat Mother Brain. For as bad as it was... Okay, so in order to get Morphball, the super most basic... Actually, I need to charge this. Okay, lucky timing. But yeah, in order to get Morphball, we needed Power Glove, we need Titan Mitts, we need Canis Samaria, we needed Flippers, we need Fire Rod, we needed Hammer, we needed Flute, we needed Varia, we needed Screw Attack, we needed Space Jump, we needed like friggin' a dozen items just to get Morphball. And in spite of all of that, we actually got a pretty good Gomo time. I think we got Gomo to like 225, something like that. Which is kind of insane in my opinion. I mean, we didn't get access to like most of Metroid until super late. Alright, so we have basically a minimum of 15 minutes until the seed is done. Which is really good compared to our average time. Now, depending on where the big key is, I could add time. So if this run is truly blessed, we'll have the big key and a small key right down here. Never lucky. There's a small key. Come on, big key. Come on, big key. Come on, big key. Come on, big key. This seat hates me. Oh, a little late for fire shield, but I guess I'll take. Damn it. Okay. I guess that works. Oh, that was not the right angle. That's the right angle. Nope, that's not the one. There we go. Still no big key. There's a big key. And since we're here. Okay, nothing else to use. So 15 minutes from now, we should be done with the seed. Assuming nothing goes horribly wrong. I was afraid to get hit by that. I don't know. Oh, apparently I moved too much. Or, like, at all, basically. Oh, almost got through. How did that miss? And how did that hit compared to everything else? The seat is confused. Damn it. Ow. Oh god. Why? Damn it. I might need to use a potion. Maybe not. I think I can just get away without using it. I can do this real quick. Alright. Oh, just missed the quick kill. Damn. Oh, just missed it again. Freaking hell. There. Stubborn worm. Ah, freaking hell. So, there's something about that bridge that makes it never consistent to be able to get through there without taking damage. And I don't know why. Oh, we actually made that. Oh god. Yeah, that is a very tight window to make. When if you can make it, it's fairly quick. Nice, full heal. Oh, I still need another key. Okay. I thought I was good. Damn it. Alright, fine. Oh, there's grapple. Okay, so I do need to kill one of these guys. There we go. Damn it. Damn it. Not my precious health. Okay, there's a... Okay, we're good. This time I don't need to do any fancy spin slashes, just swipe, and then swipe again. Ugh. Okay, still got a double out of it. Oh, how did I not get any? Okay, this should be good. And then he does a freaking blue wall. Okay, one more. There. A little sloppy, but it worked. Alright, time to absolutely murder Ganon. Phase 1. Damn. Alright, first G. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, game 1. I should be good to just go, honestly. Damn it. Ah, come on. Almost a perfect jump. Ah, come on. God damn it. Game. Please. This is already being super slow. Nope. Screw that up. Ooh, barely in time. Actually, I need to take off Screw Attack too. Yeah, I normally do the menu before the Metroid room, and I would wait to do the second menu for the Screw Attack there, but since I didn't, I kind of threw myself off. And apparently track is not updating anymore, but it's okay. It doesn't really need to track anything at this point anyway. Actually, I never even tracked the mushroom. Oh no, because I never picked the item up. That's why I didn't track that. Why did I not get the other jump? Please. Not so much for getting a possible sub-6 Turian. Well, that was already gone from earlier. And I got hit by the wrong thing. Freaking RNG. There we go. That's what's supposed to happen. No, game. Game, please. If I can avoid taking damage, I should be able to get the stand-up glitch still. Nope. No stand-up. Oh god, that's... God damn it. Oh my god. How was I that bad at dodging attacks? What the hell? Actually, I don't think I put my armor back on. I think that was part of the issue with that. Huh. Okay, I made several screw-ups there. Alright, let's try that again. But this time better. Okay, at least I got that part. Yeah, because that fire breath thing should not have done as much damage to me as it did. Yeah, I didn't have my full armor on. That was what screwed me up. Damn it. God damn it. Why am I suddenly bad at this game? Nope. Didn't jump at the right time there. I said a continuous wall jump there. I wasn't even trying. There we go, first try. There we go. In before nice missiles. 2 or 3 hyper beam shots to take her out. How did I miss that wall jump? Game. Alright. So, extra time because of the unfortunate armor issue with Mother Brain, but overall, good time. I think our average is like 322, something like that. Splits. Yeah, that's compared to our PB, I think. Oh, I thought I had it compared against the... Okay. So yeah, about almost 8 minutes off of our average for this randomizer, which is definitely really good. Kind of makes me more confident in the estimate I gave for fastest furs, which was like 3 hours 45 minutes for particularly crappy seeds. This was a crappy seed, but actually wound up being overall decent when the end comes around. I can barely even see the ship. Alright. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me for the night. I'm still trying to work on the whole thing with Monster Hunter Rise and trying to make that actually like look watchable. I have made some progress, but I'm waiting on word from somebody right now to try to give me a little bit more like in-depth, knowledgeable advice on how it works. Is he actually... Okay, not had a chance to get into the details yet, but yeah, so I'm working on that. Hopefully, I'm gonna try streaming Monster Hunter Rise again on Thursday. Hopefully everything actually works out okay. It should be okay to watch now. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So with that, I will see you guys on Thursday with some, hopefully, decent looking Monster Hunter Rise. And until then, have a good night.